I think we can be honest here and admit that Perfect Order didn't really introduce any exciting cards into the game. I mean, its own star of the show, Mega Zygarde, turned out to be a huge letdown. But when I was looking at some of the new cards, I noticed one that was being overlooked, and that's the new Dewgong. You see, it has a pretty strong ability called Washout, which allows you to move any water energy from your bench to the active spot, being a spiritual successor to the once played Quagsire. And any ability that can manipulate energy is bound to see some play. I mean, this was very much the case just before rotation with the Armarouge box. But unlike the Armarouge deck that had Ho-Oh to bring energy into play, Dewgong doesn't have that kind of support. Except it does. Introducing Team Rocket's Spidops and its charging up ability, which attaches one basic energy from the discard pile to itself. And so when you partner this card with the Dewgong, you can accelerate energy into play and bring it into the active spot to charge up an attacking Pokemon that can use it. Oh, and you also revive a dead archetype that existed many years ago, a deck people often called Quagnag. And what's also great with the way that Dewgong's ability is written is that you can accelerate any energy in play that counts as a water energy, meaning you can use Prismatic Energy and Legacy Energy, opening up much more attacking options for this deck. Speaking of, the attackers included are Mega Kangaskhan EX, which I included to give us some support in draw with its run errand ability, and it's a decent attacker too. Cornerstone Ogerpon EX, which is here for its Cornerstone stance ability, which prevents Pokemon with abilities from attacking it. Clefairy EX, which is of course here for not only its high damage output with a full bench and Area 0 Underdepths in play, but also hits both Dragapult and Lucario for weakness. I also have one Wellspring Ogerpon EX, as its torrential pump attack hitting 100 to the active and 120 to the bench opens up 2 prize turns against single prize cards. A single copy of Moltres, which is only here to help against Teal Mask Ogerpon given it hits it for weakness. Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX for late game knockouts, and finally, Iron Thorns EX. A bit of an odd choice, but its initialization ability does turn off a bunch of strong Pokemon abilities so long as it's in the active. So that's the idea of the deck and its attackers, at least for this first iteration. I will be exploring and seeing what other options are available in this video, but of course, we need to get testing to find that out. So how about we get into our first game? All right, going first here. Let's see how things pan out. There is the Seel in the active. This hand is, oh, it's rough. Oh, it's rough, isn't it? It is as rough as a dog. We did get a mulligan there, and that was to another energy. So, I mean, Carmine's going to have a great day here. I think, yeah, well, obviously, no, I just straight Carmine, don't I? Get a lot of energy in discard pile. That's kind of good, actually, if you think about it. Clefairy, I mean, this is not the terrible setup. It's just not a good one. Do I bench another Seel? There's no threat right now. There's no need to. There's no need to bench anything, actually. I think I attach. Yeah, and then I'll enter. Don't know how I feel about the opening hand, though. There's something to take note of mentally as we dawn. So you're going to notice I'm going to bring it out, well, address the elephant in the room, I guess. This is a deep dive video. It's just formatted a little differently. Beforehand, there's a lot more narration going on, a lot more scripting. But I wanted to give it a bit more of a raw feel, you know? Leave the scripting and the big pizzazz to the big tournament videos and stuff like that. Here, I just want to explore, right? You've got the premise of the deck. We've got the first deck list. Let's play a few games of it, see how we feel, and then make some changes live so you can see it all in the moment as I'm thinking, as I'm going. And I think there you're going to get a much better true exploration of this and seeing how I do things rather than, you know, it being a lot more scripted. So that's the idea. Nonetheless, I'm trying to think, do I just go for a Seel attack for 10 damage? Or do I evolve to Dewgong and do nothing? Yeah, we are kind of cooked. All right, I think I have to throw this down. We're playing against Mega Absol. I'll poke for the 10. It could do something, but I'm not a fan of this. Maybe more supporter cards. He says he discarded a bunch of them earlier with Carmine. Is Carmine the move? See, the idea that I had behind Carmine was, I probably mentioned it at the start, is the fact that, well, it brings energy into the discard pile, which is what's super important for this. Maybe there's a different way to do it. Maybe Explorer's Guidance. Explorer's Guidance can be less destructive and a lot more controlling. Oh, I'm making a note. Explorer's Guidance. That's an idea. Let's throw that down. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, what's great is because of the new PTCGL viewer, where you can actually see the full deck list, I can just show you the deck list, make the changes, show it again. Bro, it's going to be so much easier to do this stuff now. I'm quite excited for it. They do go for Janine. They already have this going. Oh, my God. Yeah, this is not looking great. I'm not going to... Oh, burps. I'm not going to make changes right off the bat. We can always take into account the fact that this is probably a situation where it's just bricking, right? It's just early game bricking. Every deck has it. You can have the best deck in the game and brick just like this. So if it's regular, then it's a problem. If it's not, then it's just a one-off. So let's scoop here. Let's just go into another one and see how it plays from that point on. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to go first or second. I think I'm going to try first this time around, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm trying to remember what my intention was. Oh, Thorns, though. I like the Thorn start. No, it is first because we have Carmines, right? That was the idea. Yeah. Prism Energy here, Poké Pad. Yeah, this is looking okay, actually. I like the Thorn start. It means that if my opponent is playing, I don't know, well, we see Grass, Teal Mask. This just turns off Teal Mask, right? So that's actually quite a nice situation. The reason why I play Thorns is because, you know, it's something that isn't respected, but still exists. Oh, we even get the Kang. I like this a lot. Right, so I think the priority is definitely the Seel? Is it? I don't know. I think it is. I definitely need to get energy in play still. Oh, I could do a Trumpet situation as well, actually. That's a lot to think about. Right, well, let's do Tarountula. I could throw in one Trumpet, you know. I really could. Next turn, we're looking for... This is a much better start with exactly the same list as you saw earlier. That's what I'm saying. Don't rule it out off of one brick, okay? We actually have Seel next turn, which is fantastic. We could get an energy discard power with this, but, you know, I need to get the Rocket's Spider out, so... Oh, they just scoop. Well, okay. Well, look. Well, that's a good start. I like the opening hand on that one. I'm going to leave it in for that reason. I'm happy with that. Let's go for another one. All right, we're going to go first again. Obviously, hopefully we can get a Carmine. Do I need a Meowth? No, I do have a Meowth in here. I know that. Let's see how the opening hand is in this one. Actually, again, not terrible. I mean, ideally, you still want the Seel. It's crazy that I play one Poffin in this deck and I'm always starting it. It's just, that's crazy work. Maybe two Poffin. All right, I'm gonna make notes here as well, actually. More Poffin, maybe. Look at those old school sleeves, man. Look at that. Oh, Tox box. This is definitely Toxtricity box. I've not seen that in a long, long time. Well, let's go for a Poffin here. Let's get that. Oh, I've priced 2 Tarountula. Oh my God. Well, let's see how we play with that. Right, that's a setback. We'll run with it. Let's see. Okay, pad is nice. I like the pad. Let's go for a pad and get a Seel out, I guess. Sure. I need more, though. I need more. I could basically force Brute Bonnet in the active, and that's where my brain is going. I could Ultra Ball away Moltres Clefairy, get Latias, and Sob. But that does leave me in a position where I'm just waiting for something to happen rather than, you know, attaching here, saving my Ultra Ball for like a Meowth or something like that. Yeah, that's definitely the move. All right, we'll then turn here. I still think I throw the Ogerpon down for the Area 0 option, so we'll keep that in mind. As they get a Trolley, yeah, I could use a bit of that in my life, you know. Could also explore Trolley. I'm gonna make a note of that too, so I don't forget these things. I think I still prefer it's Stamp. I think I'm playing. No, Legacy. Yeah, I'm playing Legacy, isn't it? Especially when you have something like Mega Kangaskhan in your deck. I think Legacy can go a really long way. So maybe we'll see. They go for a Janine though, and it gets an energy on the Sneasel and the Bonnet. Of course, the Sneasel can snipe the bench. We don't have Shaymin. I'm opting to not playing Shaymin for the sake of deck space and bench space, because you need a lot of it, right? I mean, we do have Area 0 though. So let's evolve to Dewgong first and foremost. I think I'm gonna go with my original plan here. I'm just gonna double. Oh, do I double Ultra Ball here? I definitely get Spider, right? But do I get rid of the Pon? I think I do. I know I said I was going to bench it, but yeah, because I could run Errand right now and then just discard what I get. But I'd rather Lillie into like a big hand and then run Errand. Gives me the most odds. Oh, but then I did need an energy in a discard pile. I didn't think about that. All right, let's Lillie. Let's see what we get from this. Legacy, that's fine. Yeah, I've been punished there, actually. I have been punished. Yeah, that sucks. But if I run Errand, I wouldn't have had what I had needed anyway. So that's that. That's just the deck then at this point. So do I do anything here? I mean, my opponent's low-key bricking too. I'm going to throw Legacy down. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to Poké Pads and get a second Seel to be safe. I think this has to happen. You just have to get second Seel. You can see why Area 0 is so needed, right? Because, you know, it doesn't take long for your board to get really just packed up with crap, you know, just garbage. You do need more bench slots. I think that's just important. And, you know, if they bounce, then you can get rid of Meowth. You can get rid of, like, useless attackers and all that. So I think next time I'm going to Night Stretcher for a Pon then. Colress for the Area 0 is probably the correct move as well. And then I can Poké Pad for a second Dewgong. That's probably the move. Let's see. They go for a Petrol. The Team Rocket's Factory comes into play, right? And they throw the Team Rocket's Factory down, which they use to draw. They definitely need their Toxtricities, don't they? That's for sure. Ah, there is the monkey. They're going to start Adrenabrain in here for sure. There is still a case if I get Area 0. Oh, do you know what? I just need Latias. I think I remember putting 2 copies of Latias in here, if I remember correctly. What did they just do there? Oh, yeah, the poison's already active. Yeah, honestly, it'd be really nice right now to have an Ogerpon, wouldn't it? Oh, it'd be good. Oh, Air Balloon. Wait, I think I can Ogerpon here. Pause. I Air Balloon this. That means that it now has 1 retreat cost, right? And it can retreat, right? I Air Balloon that. That's 1 retreat cost. I can recover that with an attack. Yeah, I can Ogerpon right now. Oh, do I Water Pon both attackers or do I Water Pon? No. Sneezer's not doing anything. I just Water Pon these, right? Yeah, because the monkey's not really doing anything. Oh, we're cooking. Okay, so let's Night Stretcher. Let's do that. Let's get Water Pon out. See why Night Stretcher is like really important here. That's great. I'm going to Colress, right? Just go for it. Get a water. Do I want a water? Yeah, I want a water. That's fine. That's okay. Area 0. Lovely. I can run. No, we'll Poké Pad first. Oh, this tech's working. It's working, boys. All right. Back this here. Go for a run errand and see what we get for that. Another area 0, another energy. That's fine. Yeah, I think I'm doing this correctly. Go here. Retreats. Excellent. Pon. Nice. Don't need the prism. I won't use the prism. Well, actually, this shuffles energy into the deck. That's the big problem with this in the matchup, right? Sorry, in this deck, is it doesn't work well with this, with the spider, because it all goes back into deck. You don't want that. But you know what? We'll run it. I have energy in hand. I can sob if anything happens. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the pump now. But it's like, it's too good of an attack to not use, right? I'm sure of that. All right, well, let's do this. Let's take 2 prize cards and go into the Toxel. So it's a shame we don't have, like, you know, Drillbur, of course, throws energy into the discard pile, but it's only fighting. It's a shame we don't have a way to just do that. I know we have the compressor, right? That can throw 5 cards into the, but it's an A spec. And I really think Legacy Energy is the way to go. Because now I'm just kind of sobbing. I mean, sob isn't terrible if you can gust something up and sob and try and like reestablish in the meantime. What's my energy in this card pile anyway? Literally 0. I can definitely get 2 energy out. So I can Ultra Ball. That's fine. I can do that. This is why I like Clefairy, because Clefairy is a 2 energy attacker. And I've noticed with a little bit of pre-testing with this deck, I guess you could say, where I was just exploring the idea before committing to it, was that you're very regularly attacking for 2 energy. Oh, actually, I could recover Moltres. No, that's obviously there for the Ogerpon, right? It's there for the teal mask. What do you do? So it's 20 damage from your opponent's Pokemon for each. Yeah, okay. Wait, you can just do 100 to me then? Oh, you could just do 100 snipe on that and then 1 KO at the turn afterwards. Maybe I should have got rid of Sneasel. Or Sneasel. Sorry, playing too much champions. That's my bad. They just pass. Okay, that's good. That's really good for us. Another energy. Okay, let's Ultra Ball away you and you. The Ogerpon's not really having any value here. And get... It's probably best to get Latias, right? Just get a Latias down, retreat, and run errands. Because they're just passed there, I'm kind of a bit more comfortable just doing this. You know? Just drawing back out of this hand. Yeah, the Ogerpon I've got to use really sparingly, haven't I? It's just the way it's got to be. All right, well, we do have a charging up. That's good. And I do have another Ogerpon attack next turn. So, that's something. Why did I attach to the active? That was a bit silly of me. Let's just enter. Let's enter. Look, I can do another Ogerpon again. There's just no better alternative to Ogerpon that you can play. You could play Cramorant, which discards energy and does 120 anywhere, but it's not a double bench snipe. Ogerpon having the ability to take 2 prize cards on single prize Pokemon is so good that, you know, there's decks built around it, you know, Terapagos, right? So I just feel like you just have to have it, even though the deck doesn't really work well with it. Yeah, that's just where my mind's at right now, to be fair to you. Plus, of course, it serves Area 0 Underdepths. Maybe I've just got to have a look at some other attackers that are available and figure out what is another good inclusion, because the format's quite limited, which means a box deck like this is going to have limited options, and options will increase as the sets go on. Okay, there's another scoop. I think now definitely calls for some minor changes. Let's see what we can do. So this is the current build of the deck. That's 3 Area 0 and 2 boss behind me. Do I need another attacker? Oh, I don't know. I could drop the Colress count. Carmine, we would... Okay, maybe... Let's explore. I'm going to look for some attackers and see what I can find here, okay? You see, Kyurem was something I thought about, because Kyurem has the Ice Age, where it does 90 and it paralyzes a dragon Pokemon, and it's probably better at dealing with Pult, maybe than even Clefairy, because Pult does not have an answer to paralysis. Very rarely does. However, sometimes you see that it does because it's trying to account for your Yveltal Lock, right? Yveltal Lock is a very big thing in this format, so I don't think this is the best way to go. I'm just going to keep looking at some other attackers. I could also include Lapras. I mean, its Power Splash means it can attack for 1 energy, but if you're attacking for 2 energy, you're only doing 80 damage anyway. So at that point, it's just not worth using. I know it's got a limitless damage cap, but it just doesn't seem reliable. I think I may have found it though. It might be Coco, or I could just, I'm like, no, it's just Terapagos, isn't it? Wait, Terapagos is just 10 times better. Why am I not doing Terapagos? Just Unified Beatdown, bro. What am I okay? I'm sure you were screaming at me. All right, let's squeeze Terapagos in here, shall we? It's now just a matter of how. I mean, this deck is already so tight. Do I lose Thorns? It seems too early to cut the Thorns, doesn't it? This is here for the Alakazam. It auto wins Alakazam. So do I throw away the Alakazam matchup? I think I do. It's not throwing it away because you could get early Ogerpons and take multi-prizes that way with that to keep up. And you have Legacy Energy to work. Maybe it could work out, but of course we know the struggles of Ogerpon. I'm going to cut it out for the sake of just having a better attacker in Terapagos. And I think I'm going to... Do I get rid of Cornerstone? That's a difficult question. I'm currently thinking I need 2 Terapagos for consistency. You know what I mean? It's just a consistent attacker. It can come and it can hit hard. Okay, looking at the meta right now, but you have Pole, you have... I mean, it's not auto-winning against like the top 4 decks. I think you have to go Blood. I'm going to make this very bold change. We're going to keep the Carmine for now. This is the current list we have. We've got the bosses here. There's 2 copies. Behind me is 4 copies of Carmine. Let's get in some games of it and see what it's all about. Decided to take a seat for this one, boys. We are locking in. Going first again. Wait, do I need to add more Ultra Ball for Meowth? Okay, do you know what? Let's just keep moving. I do not mind this. Actually, it's a bit risky to do because I could turn off my own Meowth and stuff. But I have Seel and double Tarountula already. And we got Prism Energy. We've got Lillie for next turn. This is a nice opening hand. I like it. And it's a Hydreigon. All right. This is going to be fun. Let's throw you here. I don't mind throwing Kang down as well early on. Well, no, there's no need, is there? It's literally like, it's not doing anything for me. So I don't think the Iron Thorns is going to be that good here, unfortunately, because it's not really turning much off. I mean, the good thing about Thorns is it turns off Meowth. Like, that's a really big deal. A lot of decks are heavily relying on Meowth. So having Thorns available to turn it off, do I double Thorns? Is that value worth double Thorns? Of course, like we can keep going for Volt Cyclone. It doesn't matter because of the Dewgong being able to throw the energy back up anyway. So the downside of Volt Cyclone's dealt with. That's good news. Let's go for a Mega Kanga. Yeah, look, we've turned off Kangaskhan. Maybe I need to double Thorns. Maybe that needs to be happening here. I'm going to throw this energy here though and just go for my Dewgong and Spider. Oh God. Okay, hold on. I'm thinking triple Thorn. Is Ditto still around? Transformative start? Because like having that, or it could be good. Double Thorns, transformative starts. Okay, hold on. 2 Thorns. That's right. I'm writing it down. I'm making notes, boys and girls. I'm making notes. And transformative Ditto. I don't know if that's still around or not. I think it's gone. If it's gone, that's fine. I'll just... Yeah, the Thorns does feel kind of good though. A lot of decks have these kind of engines. Fez turning up. Oh, this is kind of feeling good though. I mean, the one downside is that you don't have access to your own Latias, so you can't retreat it when you want. So we'd have to throw in some future booster capsules just to accommodate for that. So that's something to also to take into account if we're going for double Thorns. Maybe single Thorns is just fine. Maybe single Thorns is fine enough. And if I need it, I just get it. That's something to think about. Right, they've played a lot of cards here. And they also have the Brace, which is crazy work. What's crazy work for me is what this Thorns is doing. It's putting in a shift, bro. Let's get... do I put Legacy Energy into play? Probably not now. Forget that. We'll get Area 0. I'm going to hold off on the Area 0 because I might need it later on. And there's really nothing right now that's forcing me to do anything. So we're going to Volt Cyclone. And this Thorns is doing so much. I love it. I love it so much. I'll put it onto the Kang. That's okay. Yeah, I think a copy of Future Booster is definitely needed then. Because if you want to retreat Thorns, you kind of can't. Because for those who don't know, the initialization ability turns off all Roblox Pokemon in play, including your own. So Latias does not allow it to retreat, which is kind of a big deal. Nonetheless, there's a Crispin coming in now. And it's good to see the Thorns shutting off a very big engine. The Kangaskhan Fez engine is quite a big deal. So I do like that. Hydreigon coming in though. And it's not going to be long until they're going for Obsidian already. Oh, that's tough. They're playing Pokemon without these abilities. So fair play to them. Oh, do I boss it? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, they're bricking. I think I boss it. Well, I don't know if they're bricking, to be fair to you. But I want to turn off the what's it called? Is it a sash? What's it called even? I don't even know what it's called. It's such an underused card. Survival Brace. Okay, yeah, I want to turn that off. So let's do that. Yeah, sure thing. All right, we'll go for a Volt Cyclone, turn it off. Move energy. See, this is a perfect example of where I need Future Booster Capsule because I could, like, if I had it on Thorns, I could retreat and KO Kangaskhan, you know? It is a big deal. I'm just hoping my opponent doesn't have energy. It's kind of a... Oh, don't you have another crisp? Oh, you are a joker. You're a fraud, mate. You're an absolute fraud, you are. I'm telling you. How has Donny got an Obsidian going with no abilities? Donny just drew into Crispin and went, yep, I'm going to double Crispin and Obsidian. Easy. What a joke. What a fraud, man. What a fraud. I can't believe we're getting cooked by... Oh, what can I do? Shaymin. Yes, Shaymin. But come on, like... okay, how often do you see Hydreigon, bro? Like, is it worth teching against? I'm not gonna do it, bro. I'm not respecting it. I don't care. I don't care. This is a fluke, all right? You're a lucky booger, yeah? You're a lucky Donny. You think, look at me, I got Obsidian. Oh, yeah? Relax, yeah? Relax. You ain't all that, bro. Chill. I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming at that. That just sucks, doesn't it? It just straight up, there's no other way to put it. That is just sucky. I can't retreat my Thorns. I can't retreat while I can with a balloon. It just is very costly. Okay. Costly. Need a Seel. Need to Area 0. And then just, I mean, you could do something actually. So, do you know, no, but I don't have, I'm gonna calm mine, bro. I'm just calm. I'm tilted. I'm mega tilt right now. I'm so tilted, it's disgusting. I can't even attack. I just lose, no? I just lose. Wow. That was stunned. I am stunned. I couldn't even speak, I'm that stunned. Okay. Memory, gone. Let's rerun it. I refuse to tech for Hydreigon. I'm tilted. I need to... Oh, forget about it. Move on. That's a blip. We call that a blip in the old, in my streets. Yeah, where I'm from, that's called a blippy whippy. Speaking of, we might have another one. My elo has been mega tanked, but that's fine. It is what it is. Mega Diancie, though, is actually a good deck. Mega Diancie with the Dusknoir, and they even going for the old... Togekiss. For those who don't know, the Togekiss flips a coin. If heads after every knockout, you take an extra prize card. It's kind of a broken card. It's just really difficult to incorporate into decks a lot of times. Meowth coming in, though, right off the bat. And do you know what I'm really happy with? Like, okay, fine. We're having matchups that our deck is not teching against. We're trying to tech against the meta, not so much these off-rogue decks. But I am happy with the fact that I'm most of the time now getting double Tarountula and Dewgong by turn 1. I'm really happy with that. So I don't want to mess with the Poffins and the pads. It's working. I like that. That's the good news. The bad news is I don't play a Psyduck. Do I have to be playing these defensive cards? Do I have to play Psyduck and Shaymin just to give ourselves... Because that feels like you're teching for the ladder. It doesn't feel like you're teching for tournaments. You know what I mean? It just doesn't feel real. Okay, let's go for a run errand. And I'm actually going to hold this hand. And I probably will... I'm going to guess at Dusko and say they haven't got Dusclops. I'm going to say they haven't got it. Because next turn, I mean, I have all my evolutions out. That's the good news. But again, the same problem. No energy in the discard pile. That is a problem still. Maybe you have to lose the Legacy. Oh, that feels like a big loss, though. But if you're losing every game because you're not getting your energy out, then you might as well not play Legacy if that's going to make you lose games anyway. What's the point if you're not setting up? You know what I mean? So maybe I do go for the compressor and throw in one copy of Petrol so I can just like Meowth compressor instantly. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's go for a Dewgong and a Spidops. And I have Ultra Ball in hand, so I'm actually going to run Errand in the hopes that I draw into an energy because that would be literally all I need, including an attachment. So I think I'm going to try and do that considering I've got my Ultra Ball in hand. Oh, it paid off. Oh, we even have the Colress to guarantee it. Oh, this is a problem, though, because I have no follow-up after that. And I'm just kind of bricking. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to go for a Lillie. I'm sure I'll find an energy. I'm so sure of it, bro. Now, I need to make sure I deal with this Diancie. You're weak to metal. I don't really have any metal. I don't have anything that can work with that. Fawns can turn off some stuff. Meowth's already down. I could come in with a cheeky Moltres and just punch for... Well, no, it'd be like 80 damage. It'd be like nothing. Terapagos might have to be the move, just a Terapagos punch, you know? But then you can want to kill Terapagos so easily that it's just, again, a very bad shout. It might have to be an Ursaluna, and I might have to try and charge it up. Okay, let's do it. Let's run this here. Let's go for this. And Area 0, that's nice. We didn't get energy, though. Oh, I've been punished. I've been punished. Oh, God. It just seems to be the trend, doesn't it? Well, no. I've got an attack. It just means that I basically get KO'd in return. By Diancie. Right, well, do you know what? I'm just going to make my move. I'm just going to do it. I can't sit around here and just wait for a miracle. So let's get Latias out. Let's go for a Terapagos punch. and then just go from there. All right, sure thing. It does suck because that's just one of KOing me. It just is. Discard pile, not really anything worth. Let's go into the Terapagos. So again, Terapagos kind of paying off with what we mentioned earlier, right? It's just that again, I'm not really teching for Diancie. You know what I mean? All right, do I really have to explore a metal Pokemon? I don't feel right to me. It don't feel right, bro. It don't feel correct. But I've got to be able to beat these decks. You know what I mean? It's just, I've just got to be able to beat them. Okay. Price trade-wise, I think it's... Ooh, actually, they just forced me into a bit of a sticky spot here. Honestly, I think I get rid of these two. I've got Lillie for draw. I'm probably going to go for an Ursaluna next turn. I want to have Latias alive. Yeah, we're doing that. I can recover 2 energy, go for Ursaluna would be, in this case, they take 2 prize cards. Ursaluna would need 3. So I need to find another energy to work with. It won't KO Diancie, but it means Diancie can't KO me. Also, they've got Togekiss, so this is looking very intimidating because they could take 3 prizes off me here, which would be devastating stuff. But my prize map right now, if they whiff, which would be really nice if they whiff, the coin flip on the Togekiss, that is to just come in with Ursaluna Punch. They don't KO me in return, and then I can come in with a KO on something else, right? And then I just need to KO Meowth for game. They got the heads, though. Oh! I'm trying to build a new deck here, bro. Why am I coming up against Togekiss? All right. Calm down. It's fine. It's okay. We're going to be fine. We're going to be totally okay. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I just had to... yes, energy. Okay, great. It's all I needed. It's all I needed. Do I bench anything? Probably not. No, I benched Terapagos. Oh, but they could boss me for game. Do you know what? If you got boss for game, do it. Do you know what? I don't care. They'll do it with this anyway. Let's do this. Let's go for a Lillie and see if I can somehow claw a way back in. Because, you know, the engine's working. Is everything else... It's just matchup, isn't it? It's just matchup. If I had, like, a metal Pokemon, would be fine. You know what I mean? That's just the way box decks work. So I guess I got to do that. But when do you tech for Mega Diancie? When? Like, who does that? I don't know. All right, let's just go for wash out. Let's punch here with this. Okay, I guess the main move is to go for Crown Opal, but I need to get a bunch of energy in play to do that. Like Crown Opal, I need 2 Prism Energy in play. Maybe that... Okay, I think I'm playing the deck wrong then. Right! I've just got to be Crown Opaling. That's what I've got to be doing. There's Telepathic Energy though. And again, it's really a matter of if they have boss or not. It really is that simple. That Mystery Gardens allowed them to get him some cards. No boss. Oh, okay, that's a big deal. Now, of course, they can obviously just Dusk Wild the Ursaluna. Fine, sure. But this means I can actually go for Crown Opal if I get myself another Prism, which could be... So for those who don't know, Crown Opal prevents damage done to it by basic non-colorless Pokemon. So Mega Diancie can't punch it. Mega Diancie can't do anything to it. But the issue is they can boss around it. You see where my head's going right now? It's like... There's a lot going on. But this has become more winnable than I think now that I realize I've got Crown Opal utility. Nonetheless, they go for the Garland Ray. I am 100% just going to straight Carmine and hope to find Legacy, Prism. Anything that can give me access to that Crown Opal attack would be really good. All right, another Water Energy. I actually don't mind discarding any of these things. This is totally okay. Come on, just Prism me. Just something, please. Legacy. Okay, that's even better. That's so good. Treats. Deck is working, boys. Deck is working. Charge up. Lovely. I get the double charge as well. This is great. This is really good. This is really, really, really good. All right. Let's go into Terapagos. Why did I not attach Legacy? I attached Prism. Do you know what? It's fine. It's okay. They can't hit me anyway. It's okay. It's totally fine. I'm going to go this and this. And that is a Crown Opal. Okay. Right. They've got very little cards in hand. We could claw a comeback here with Crown Opal on its own. Just saying. Again, I don't know why I forgot to put Legacy down. Legacy's so important. Legacy is absolutely massive because if they do KO me and they get the heads, they win. Whereas if Legacy Energy, they KO me and get the heads, it's not a win. But again, there's no energy on my opponent's side. That's the good news. They might just be passing here. At which point I have to, it sounds silly, but I have to attach the Legacy to the active. I just have to do it. And they pass up. Yeah, I'm going to have to attach Legacy here. That's for sure. And I think we're going to win this, boys. Oh my God. Okay, Legacy there. Maybe I keep the Legacy now. Oh, it's just like... All right, let's think. Are any of these cards useful? Literally 0 of them. So what I'm going to do is mega thin out here. We're going to Ultra Ball and then just get a card we don't need with that. So in this case, probably a Spidops. And then just Carmine into a fresh hand of cards we probably could use. So let's do that. Let's Carmine that away. Oh, this is so nice. This is working as intended now. You know what I mean? It really is. I'm going to thin out extra here. 100% extra. Probably get Meowth now preemptively. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for a charging up. Get some more energy into play. Crown Opal again. Oh, Terapagos is such a big inclusion. How did I not include that before? I'm such a fraud, man. And if they whiff here, then we can just go into Ursaluna and win the game. Oh, no, I can just win the game naturally, right? J-Synth, they're buying a turn. They are trying to buy a turn here. That is a lucky top deck. Assuming they did top deck it, or they just had it in hand. Who knows? But they're retreating. Oh, what do you retreat into, though? Wait, you just lost yourself the game. What are you doing? Why are you retreating? Brother? I just win. How did we do that? I thought that was an L. I thought that was a loss. Okay, I want to make one more change. I just want to see how this plays with Explorer's Guidance now. You know what I mean? So I'm going to cut out the Carmines, and then we're going to go for Explorer's Guidance. I am also, again, considering Budew a lot right now. Oh, but what do I get rid of it for? I don't want to mess with anything here. Also, why am I always getting Poffin when I only play one? ptcgl luck, that's for sure. What do I get rid of here? Do I get rid of the Moltres? Do I get rid of the Thorns? Thorns, I might have to cut... I don't know now again. If I play Thorns, I've learned now that I really need to go for Booster Energy Capsule. I really need Booster Energy Capsule, but the problem is I don't have the deck space for it and a reliable way to find it. Hold on, I'm cutting Moltres because Moltres was there for the Ogerpon, but if Thorns turns off Ogerpon, then surely I can... Wait, please tell me there's Energy Capsule. Oh my God, that rotated. You're kidding me. Well, so what I was meaning to get was this card, but it's rotated. That is something, if anything. All right, I still think I keep the Thorns, though. I think I keep the Thorns. I'm going to add Budew. I'm going to keep the Thorns because I can still Balloon Retreat if it comes to it. I could go for a couple Surfer. Damage output is sometimes an issue. I could also go for a couple Kieran. I'm going to try and squeeze Surfer in here. I'm going to go for one Colress and one Surfer. Of course, there it is in the full screen. We've got the boss here of 2 copies. 1 copy of the Colress. You can obviously see the rest behind me. This is the list we're working with here. Let's see how we go from here. Oh, Staryu again? Gosh, yeah, right, sure. I mean, that's just totally that, right? Okay, so Staryu Frostas this time around. I don't know how to do this matchup, so let's explore that. Terapagos, nice. I like you. I like the Poké Pad as well for a Seel. And Explorer's Guidance is already coming into effect here, so let's pull it off. I would like to get this Tarountula out of the active straight away. Oh, wow, this is looking quite nice. Oh, the energy discard feels good there. That feels really nice. Let's go for a Poffin. Gonna go for a Budew and a Tarountula. But the issue here, right, is I'm gonna have to discard another Prism Energy just to get Budew off. That feels kind of scary. I'm gonna double Tarountula. That's what I'm gonna do. And I think, do I attach Legacy to Tarountula? As weird as that sounds, it's gotta be the move. I'm doing it. This seems weird, but my thought process here is, well, I can go for a takedown for one, but they're going to probably get Starmie double KO. If they're going to take 2 prizes, I just think that's too much too soon. So I'd much rather it be a situation where they just take the single prize rather than the double. So we'll just see. I get a Monkey Dory out, though. There it is. And I can Ultra Ball... Well, not Ultra Ball next turn because I have to get rid of Prism. But I can get a Latias down, right? And retreat this Tarountula and use the Legacy on something else. I think that's probably smarter. Well, no, it seems like they're just going to go for a Water Gun if they don't have it. But what they could do is actually Monkey Dory to the Seel. But they're not going to do that either. Yeah, I think this is definitely deck knowledge problem here, or matchup knowledge, because they could have moved 30 to my Seel and KO'd it, but they clearly don't know what my Seel does. So that's something to bear in mind. Let's see if I can get a full Terapagos off. I doubt it, but we'll try it. And I'm really now just considering Shaymin, because the ladder is... Starmie is up there in terms of decks. It's not the best, but it does exist. You know what I mean? And it is something you run into even in tournaments. So maybe you have to Shaymin. Maybe you just do. The low HP of Tarountula is just a bit too much, isn't it? Let's evolve into this. And I do have... Well, I have a decent amount to work with here. Hold on. Let's charge up. This is going to look very strange, but I've just got to do this, right? I'm going to have to throw Budew down. I need to 2-hit KO this thing. I need to get the damage output to do that. I'm going to Area 0 Underdepths. I'm going to Meowth. I need to get to the 2-hit KO. I have to do it, man. All right, let's just get me a... Sure, I'll get a Lillie here, but I'm going to have to Ultra Ball away. Probably Surfer and Ultra Ball just to get to a point where I can at least go for a swing, you know? That's funny. That is funny. Right, so this Tarountula is going down as well. That's a big issue. But if I get a good punch in this, maybe... Well, no, I'm only hitting 180 right now, right? Yeah, that's just not going to do enough for an Ogerpon follow-up. That's the thought process, but it will for a Mega Kang. Yeah, I just don't have a 1-hit KO option, do I? It's just as simple as that, isn't it? Yeah, that's unfortunate. At least I'm keeping my hand size down, so if they decide to go for a Frostas, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I don't know why I thought they were taking 3 prizes this turn. They're not. They're literally just taking... Well, they're going to take 1. And I hope they KO Budew, but they probably won't because they'll be smart about it. But I had to go for the 2-hit KO here, right? If I hit a 150, I'd have to hit a 180 next turn. They would have taken another basic out. It would have been a lot harder for me to hit 180. Salvatore! Okay, they do get the Mega Lass, so I've got to bear that in mind for sure. I think they're going to Jet and Blow. Oh, the Adrenabrain as well. I forgot about Adrenabrain. Oh my God, that's too... Yeah, I'm an idiot. I completely forgot about Adrenabrain. Yeah, they can go for... They go for Budew. They could take... Bro. Yeah, I've got to have Shaymin. I've got to have Shaymin then, haven't I? This matchup's too difficult. It's too difficult without it. I could pull off a Crown Opal, but that's not doing anything for me here. And the Tarountula's just too low HP. Yeah, I mean, I've just got to do it, haven't I? Man, the deck's already so tight as well. Well, it's what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to go for... Explorer's Guidance actually seems better. I'm going to go for Lillie. They're getting to KO me next turn anyway. I might as well try and get a lot of basics. That's a lot of basics. All right, let's get you down. Definitely want you down, that's for sure. That's a KO. I might just retreat and go into an Ursaluna here. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to retreat. I could also go into Thorns. Thorns actually gets KO and turns off Meowth. But is that correct? I don't know, right? I don't know if Thorns is correct. And also, I think I need to play a couple more, like, Pokemon that have, you know, 2 energy plus 1 colorless attack cost, because I'm trying too hard to lean into a single Prism in the active type of attacker. But there are really good attackers that I'm not playing because it requires 2 Prism energy. Either way, let's throw an energy down. I could go for the Mega Kangaskhan move and just punch with Mega Kang. But surely Ursaluna's the move, right? It's surely got to be Ursaluna. Or do I Thorns? I'm so tempted Thorns, man. But I don't have Air Balloon, so I can't Thorns. Thorns has to be a silly play. All right. Let's retreat. I could also go for another Terapagos, actually. Actually, do you know what? I'm going into Thorns. No, I'm not. I'm benching it. Hold on. My brain is like, I'm so fried right now. You're weak to metal. Thorns is going to move damage around. That's kind of my biggest issue right now. I'm going Thorns. Do you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I was so debating this, but I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I feel like them having a Meowth would be problematic. Plus, I can move energy off this, right? Which is what I was going to do anyway. And I can move on off Spidops, right? I keep good energy in play. I can move back to the Kangaskhan. And I could just keep punching Thorns for the time being, right? My thought process here is they're not getting a KO on Thorns. If it gets to the point where they end up getting a KO on Thorns, I've got another Volt Cyclone off, and then I can come in with a Kang. Prize cards. I forgot about prize cards. They just want to KOing my Thorns anyway. Oh, they Area Zeroed. All right, let's get rid of you. Do I Terapagos? Do I get rid of Terapagos? Yes, I think I do. I know, Area Zero, fine. Just hear me out, okay? They're going to KO me here. I'm going to respond with a Bloodmoon. Or is it better? No, it's better to respond with Kang, right? It doesn't matter, actually. The HP is the same. I need to thin my hand down. That's the only issue. I need to thin my hand down so they can't run it KO me next turn. So I can come with a Kang, go for a punch with Kang, and then just go from there, right? Oh, so much to think about. All right, Lillie coming in. And there is the Monkey Dory again. Double Monkey Dory is going to be a problem if I can't thin my hand down. I need my Ultra Balls, bro. I need my Ultra Balls. I've got 2 left. Yeah, okay. So they're hitting 300 currently. I think I promote the Kang because maybe I want to draw if I can't. Oh, I don't know. Do I want to draw? I don't know. Right. Explorer's Guidance. Okay. Let's bounce Area Zero. Let's throw another Seal down, actually. And I think I just burn Colress. As crazy as that sounds, I'll just get an energy. Just get an energy. Simple as that, right? Go for this and just hit with Kang. I mean, if they got boss, it's game, right? That's just where we're at, to be fair to you. Unless I get 3 coin flips on heads. I mean, could happen, right? It could happen. 3 heads? No, of course. Kang never gets it when you need it. So they have boss, it's game. If they don't, I have a win con. Unless they retreat. They could retreat to a fresh Lass, right? Well, no, they've got the baby Lass. So, well, no, they could still get another fresh Lass. Duskwall coming in. That's going to get them another baby Frost Lass. Surely, if you had boss for game, you wouldn't be doing this. You would just straight up boss Spidops KO. You wouldn't go for these kind of moves. It's a Hilda. Okay, you're going... Okay, I see what you're going for. You're going for another Starmie. Right. Do you play... You do use the Starmie, right? You just... Oh! You attached them... Am I missing something? Am I missing something? The max you can do right now is 260, no? I'm pretty sure you can't run it KO my Kang. And you've attached the Monkey Dory. Yeah, it's 280 with the Lass. It's not enough. Because you move 60 to my Kangaskhan, you do 200 with the active Lass, and then 2 damage counters in between with the Frost Lasses. That's not enough to KO me. It would have been if I did Ursaluna, so thank God I did this. I think my opponent's misplayed here. I think it was better for them to go into the Starmie. I think it was. If you went into the Starmie, then at least you can go for a punch, and odds are I'm not one at KOing you, and you just basically get a free turn of punching at that point. But then I guess the issue there is you have to then retreat that and go into Frostlass again if you want to get a 1-hit KO, because otherwise you're just punching 250s. No, 120s. But then even then, sorry, my brain is going a million miles an hour, but follow me here. You're not just punching 120s. You have double Lass and double Monkey Dory. If I hit your Starmie, I lose. So you should have... What? Air Balloon. Okay, I'm so confused. They would have had 1 Monkey Dory, not 2, but they would have had 2 next turn. What are they doing? What is going on? They're going to go to Monkey Dory. Okay. Right, well, you've left me in a position where boss wins me the game. That's what you've done. I need boss. Oh, I need boss so bad. I need boss so bad right now. Come on. No. Okay. I just have to do it, right? They KO me anyway with my hand. I have to run errand and get a boss. It just has to be a boss. It's a boss! No, it's not. No, it's not. How do I do this now? How do I do this? How do I get away with this, bro? I just don't. I just don't. Okay. Is this a loss then? I think it's a loss. I could have won easily with Shaymin. Okay, I've got to just Shaymin, haven't I? Can go into basically anything and I still just lose, right? It's a one energy. Okay, that's a loss. I'm going to add Shaymin, bro. There's too many Starmies, bro. There's too many. I got to do it, man. I got to run it. Question is now, what do we cut? I think Thorns. I think Thorns isn't doing anything for us. Yeah, I'm cutting Thorns, bro. I'm cutting Thorns. I'm adding a Shaymin. And I'm considering adding a hard attacker because I need something that just hits really hard. I've noticed that. So let me have a look and see if we can find something like that. Right, I've decided Mega Mawile. That's what I'm going with. The Gobble Down attack, yes, requires 2 Prism Energy or a Legacy Energy, but take 4 prizes, it does 320. That is really, really big damage. The Huge Bite isn't bad as well. It's a 3 prizer though. I was debating, I thought Pikachu at first, but the Pikachu EX requires 3 Prism Energy. That's just not happening. Like, that's just not happening. It's not going to happen at all. I did also consider Mega Latias, but Mega Latias is also a 3 prize Pokemon. I think a Fez could also be used in here as well, but this deck list is so tight. There is 6 Water Energy there, 4 Prism, 1 Legacy. That's our energy counts, and this is the list we're going to be playing and seeing if the Mawile can actually come in and save the day. Let's find out and let's run into it. All right, I've chosen to go second this time around because I think going second is what we want here. At least I think so. Right, Mulligan, Bay Mulligan 2. I'm seeing Psychic. I don't know. It can't be a Diancie again, can it? Let's see what it is. Oh, okay. It's Decidueye. Okay, sure thing. Don't really have anything fire related, but I think we can deal with this. I think this is something we can definitely take on. As they do start a Budew themselves. I don't have the best hand, but that's what a Meowth is for, right? I can Poffin into... You probably want to Seel, but depending on my opponent's setup, it might be better to Budew just to stop them from getting going. Because this Decidueye deck can definitely get going, and it can get going quickly with Tree, as long as I get the right cards. So let's attach here to retreat. I'm going to Poké Pad and get myself Budew straight off the bat. And of course, when I add Shaymin, it's when this matchup comes where I don't need it. All right, that's fine. It's okay. Let's not worry about it. I'm going to get rid of these 2, I think, and then just Meowth. And then just get a new hand. That's definitely what I got to do. I think I just go straight for the old Lillie Willy, don't I? That sounded mad. Okay, let's not stop using those nicknames. No, let's stop using those. Let's not stop using those nicknames. All right, Lillie, in you come. Let me see what you give me. Anything of worth? Nice. Yeah, that's good. All right. No, I just threw Shaymin down thinking it was a Tarountula. I'm misplaying really badly, and I'm being punished for it. Let's go. Let's throw you here. Let's throw you here. What am I doing? I'm just throwing cards on the bench. I thought it was Tarountula. My brain fried, okay? Actually, wait, no, this is actually viable. What am I talking about? I forgot Rowlet. Not Rowlet, sorry. Dartrix, yeah. Dartrix does 90 to the bench. That's actually a very big attack in the Decidueye deck. I completely forgot that. Thank you, brain. I appreciate that. I kind of need to get Meowth back into the active, but I low-key can do that eventually, you know? Like, if they're bricking and I can just get free energy in play, I can just go into the Meowth, right? I do need energy, actually, this time around, believe it or not. And I also would like the Seel, but that's not an option. So in that case, we're going to lose these bad boys. That's fine, actually. Explorer's Guidance, I'm liking. I am very much liking Explorer's Guidance, so we're going to keep that in here. It just feels a bit good, you know? It does feel a bit good. Let's do this again, another item lock. And then I think what I'm going to do next turn is try and find 1 more energy and then just go for Tucktail to bring the Meowth back into hand, take a knockout on Budew, and then throw up something that maybe they can just KO, right? I would like to Budew, though, if I'm honest with you. But, oh, wait, hold on. What if I boss their... Oh, I don't have the energy, though. I was going to say, what if I boss their Scatterbug? That would have been kind of cool. I just need to free up bench slots, bro. So I need to get attacking. I could item lock 1 more time, though. Like, that is genuinely what I can do. Yeah, hold on, I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to item lock here. Yeah, I'm attaching here, though, and I'm item locking. My thought process here is like, well, I'm better off just giving the item lock, and if they brick again, then I can attack with Meowth. Fine, it's not for the KO, but that's okay. You know, it's totally fine. And if the Budew goes down, that's a bench slot freed up anyway. So, you know, it seems like the smart move. They do get the forest, though. Do they have Vivillon? That would be kind of a pain, considering the fact that it would force my hand to 4. Oh, Crushing Arrow is charged up now with the ignition. Oh, wait. Oh, what, are you going to boss here, Meow? No, Clefairy. Well, yeah, that's totally correct. Yeah, what am I talking about? That's definitely the move. Do I just go into Kang, then? Do I just go into Kangaskhan? I think I do, right? I think I just punch the Kang. Yeah. I mean, they can't KO my Kangaskhan. Oh, but I don't want to... Or do I try and get Terapagos out? Terapagos is not to it KOing, though. That's the problem. Right. I've run into the actual odd situation where deciding what attacker to use is actually the issue because all of them are kind of a bit weak here. They all are a bit weak. I can't lie. Kangaskhan, you don't want to take in a hit. Maybe I just Ursaluna. Ursaluna, it's free energy to attack. Yeah, Ursaluna's low-key just nuts in this deck. I'm just going to throw that out there, bro. It is kind of crazy. The issue, though, is it's going to be trapped in the active. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. So in that case, we'll go for a pad here. Get Dewgong, throw that here, attach to Ursaluna. Maybe I should have Lillie's first before attaching, so maybe get a Prism or a Legacy, but I think that's fine. Oh, yeah, that's okay. It worked out anyway. Let's retreat. Let's just go for a punch with the Ursa. Let's do that. Throw that here. They only need 3. Just hit a 240. They're probably going to be able to swing into me, but the good news is that they won't KO me. So that's the good stuff. So go for an Ultra Ball here. I'm noticing in these games, I'm not using Kangaskhan a lot. Is it worth just doing the 1 Kang instead of the 2? I'm just not using it much. I'm often like too scared to throw it down because it's a free prize Pokemon. So I could be mega greedy and cut to 1 Kang and then just throw in a different attacker and then really have it be a toolbox deck, you know? Some food for thought, because it feels really bad a lot of times playing free prizes if they don't have insane value, like in a Mega Box deck, you know? Nonetheless, I do actually discard an energy to do that as well. Fair play to you. Now, Meowth sadly doesn't get the KO. It would if they didn't have that energy. However, I can... hold on. I can actually pull something out of the bag here. I could probably boss Vivillon, no? And then just go for a punch, hope they ain't got the retreat, and then throw Budew in the active, or... actually, hold on. Is it just better for me to punch Decidueye? Because the energy is going to go back into my hand. I don't like that, actually, because they could just Vivillon the energy away. That's so true. Hold on. Let's throw that on the Meowth. What if I just Budew item knock again? You know, finally get a prize card, but that's, like, totally okay. Or I hit the Shaymin to bring it to 70, or I could totally swing with Shaymin. I think... Oh, that sounds really bad, but I think I actually swing with Shaymin here because it fixes mass for us. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to manually retreat. This sucks, but honestly, this might be the move. Gonna punch with a Shaymin? Oh, I'm gonna lose a lot of energy doing this though. I think I was gonna Night Stretcher Shaymin back, but I think I'm okay to just, I need an energy in play, bro. At least next, oh, okay, I didn't have energy to bring in play. Well, that's just silly. Right, this is very roundabout, very, very roundabout, but it allows me to Meowth attack, KO that at some point. Oh, but then I need the energy to do that. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm just not getting that next turn. They're going to grand win me. I can get 2 energy in play next turn. So I need Terapagos then. I was thinking I could Meowth, but I need an extra energy. Hold on, I didn't think about that at all. Meowth is free energy attack. Look, speaking of Meowth, they get one themselves. Why am I so dedicated to getting Meowth out of the active, by the way? That just seems silly. I also really need Shaymin on the bench because they could just snipe this and snipe this with the Dartrix attack. So I have to have Shaymin back. Okay, they go for a Lillie though. I mean, did they play a support yet? I don't think they have they? No, they are going to play it. Well, wasn't it better to get... They got a Rowlet anyway. I was going to say, wasn't it better to get a Rowlet down? And then you have Fezzidipity if I get a KO anyway next turn. But they got the Rowlet anyway. And they get the baby Decidueye. What do you even do? I didn't... Oh, hold on. Wait, I can check, right? I can. Okay, so draw until 7, discard a basic, and this one's 70. Okay, that's fine. Not too fussed by that. They did have to discard... Wait, you're not doing what I think you're doing. Huh? Oh, no, yeah, of course. I forgot Shaymin. Yeah, Shaymin doesn't prevent snipe to... double price Pokemon. So I can Meow. That's great for us. Although I'm not happy because we're kind of struggling. Right. I can Meow. Meowth needs to leave the field anyway because it's clearly their main target. So let's throw you here and then we'll just go for Surfer, right? So we can retain the energy. Let's do that. I want to Meowth into Budew, right? That's what I want to be doing. So let's move water. No, I have to move them both off the Shaymin, right? Although no, the Shaymin stays alive because it can't be sniped. So I think I just do this, right? And then just go for my Tuck Tail for the KO. Throw it back into hand and just throw Budew up. Keep a single prize board. That's 2 prizes there. Mawile isn't at 1 at KO range yet. Ogerpon though. Oh, now that's something to think about. Oh no, I forgot they can just throw me to 4 every turn. Oh my God, that Vivillon is disgusting. Right, they Dartrix. They're obviously going to go for... Are they going to go for baby Decidueye here? I don't know if that's why. Well, they don't know what I'm playing, so I guess that's that. But it seems like with the Stretcher, they're not going to do that. Okay, right. No, they are going to go for big Decidueye. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Colress Tenacity coming in. I just don't know if I can get there in time, you know? That's the problem with this deck, is it just seems to lag a little bit, you know? But to be fair... Again, it's a toolbox deck, and toolbox is all about teching to the meta. And I know it sounds like I'm falling on this excuse a lot, but simply put, if I expected a lot of the Decidueyes, I would have put a counter to it, and then we would have beat it easily. But because we're not expecting the Decidueye a lot, we don't beat it easily. You know, that's the nature of toolboxing. Right. I'm just happy the deck is actually working. So, Tarountula on the bench. I mean, if they're going to bench snipe, it's a bench snipe. I think Tarountula on the bench actually is wise, because if I survive a turn, I could maybe get some more energy back and make some more plays. Also, we do have Legacy. That's also quite nice. I like that too. So let's guidance and see what we can pull off. Kangaskhan hit the triple heads. This clearly never works. I'm not going to do it again. So I think I like... gosh. Okay, I like Latias. I need Latias to retain energy. I think I've just got to swing with a Kangaskhan. I think it's as simple as that, really. I really think it is. It has the highest damage potential. It can retreat. If it gets sniped by Dartrix after taking a swing, that's actually just dead. But I don't have any options. My options are super limited right now. So I'm just going to have to roll with it, bro. Just going to have to roll with it. Let's throw you here. Let's throw you here. Let's go into Kang. Let's run errand. And it's an area 0. Come a bit too late, unfortunately, but that's fine, I guess. We'll throw this here, and we'll just go for the rapid fire. Hey, who knows? We could get the triple, and that could change the whole tide of the game, all right? Could change everything with a triple heads here. So it's my best chance. This is where, like, Morwell would be good, but I just haven't taken enough prizes for Morwell to do anything. It's another Tails, man. Man, Kang, you let me down, bro. You let me down, brother. Okay, grass is a big deal. Right? You've got Arboliver. You've got Venusaur. I saw a Hydrapple deck do well. Decidueye is not common. Ogerpon is very common, and that's why I originally had Moltres. Moltres here would have been decent. Oh, no, it's just game. Yeah, what are you doing? Okay, oh, well, yeah, okay, sure thing. I'm gonna scoop. I feel like the game's forcing me to respect grass, but I don't know if I should. Right, I'm gonna make the final change to this deck. It's all matchup dependent, this kind of build. So I just feel like I'm always gonna be teching to what I'm matching into. So I guess we just gotta go off basically the numbers, right? 3 of the top 5 decks are Dragapult variants. That's funny. We do have the Clefairy to help with that. As I said, you could throw in Kyurem if you're that bothered by it. I think maybe that's something to consider. Ogerpon helps with that too. Alakazam's incredibly popular. Again, there's Articuno for that. Yeah. Zoroark's up there, but Zoroark is definitely more manageable for us. I feel like this deck's missing a very powerful one-hit KO'er, and there's not really an option for it in the format, you know? At least in the form of a basic single prizer. I think I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm just going to... Hold on, why am I in expanded, bro? Standard. I think I'm just going to go and add Latias, you know? Look, I know there's like other one-hit KO'ers, but it needs to be basic Pokemon. Otherwise, it gets really complicated trying to evolve into it and stuff and evolve multiple stage 2s. Has to be basic. I think I'm just going to have to go for Mega Lat. I think I just need a one-hit KO'er. Someone that's going to come in and just one-hit KO things and cause problems, you know? That's fine. Clefairy's there for the Dragapult, Lucario. Again, should I be respecting grass? Should I be playing something... I don't know, like a Moltres or something, or is Volcanion even actually decent? It's got the burn, it's got the Scorching Cyclone. It won't want to KO a Venusaur, but it will if it gets hit by it. So that's something to bear in mind. It has to be Blaze Blitz, right? It has to be this, because you just want to KOing everything, even Venusaur. Volcanion on the other... Volcanion preserves energy. I'm throwing a Volcanion in. We're doing a Volky. And what am I going to cut? What is one of the least used cards in this deck right now? All of them are used actually very well. I'm going down to the one Kang. Well, that's as toolbox as it gets. This is the final variation. That was a deep dive if there ever was one. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe. Check out my tournament video. I made a tournament video on only using water Pokemon. You want to see how I did there? Check it out on the screen. We'll leave it there. Bye-bye.